Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Morning Coffees with James. I'm James, and this show on YouTube, Instagram, BitChute, hopefully BitChute. We're trying to get on BitChute, and hopefully everywhere else, and maybe Parler. Might join Parler. Why? Just fuck it. That's why. Is my morning coffee show, and you know what? Let's bring this back. Let's have that sip of the day. Ripped it from Scott Adams, who is the creator of Dilbert and one of the most laid-back shows. He has another laid-back show called Coffees with Scott Adams, and I like his show. It's very good. So today I want to talk to everybody about a certain little thing that's been going on recently, and especially about this election. Now, I made a couple of videos not too long ago where I said I was not upset, I was furious. And there's a difference between being upset and being furious. When you're upset, you act out, you're angry, you throw things, you make a big scene. That's really what it comes down to. When you're furious, you are kind of more silent and you're kind of more composed, but there is still a fire in your heart that's burning inside you big time, and you're kind of in the mood, and you're kind of in this mode of like, basically, I am going to, if you keep pushing, I am going to choke you up against the wall kind of thing. Not, I have to be provoked first before anything else, but that's it. Now, I know that sounds like a very contradictional thing right there, but think about it for a moment. You've seen people when they get upset, and you've seen people when they get, when they're furious. And there's a difference between fury and upset. Like, furious people are, like, very much trying to keep their composure, and they're not trying to harm anybody. They know how to control the temper, but they still have that fire in their heart. So that's how I see it. So that's how I damn well see it. And the reason why I'm furious, it's because simply enough of this. Basically, I'm furious of this whole situation with Biden and Trump and the whole election thing, because honestly, as Razorfist put it, and I believe him, because now I'm looking at everybody who's, all the leftists that are coming out there are saying, like, well, now we gotta deal with Biden, like, let's laugh at the Trump supporters freaking out. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this is showing people's true colors, and it really pisses me off that some people are freaking out over this, and there's good reason to freak out over this. Trump didn't cause World War III. He didn't cause, massive debt or economic downturn. He didn't cause any. Basically, there was nothing wrong except for the riots, which were done by the mass media and Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Excuse me, not Black Lives Matter, BLM. There's a difference in the names and the organizations. There was, a lot of rioting, and there's a lot of that, but honestly, and a lot of this imaginary Nazis running around. And I'm going to say this, and this is what pisses me off about this entire situation. I don't buy that most of these people were voting for Joe Biden, because the election was stolen. This was the election fraud is so blatant, it's not even funny. And to me, it's just one of these things that just pisses me the fuck off. Like, there's election fraud happening. We can see it happening. Thank God Giuliani's on, and everybody's on this, basically. Everybody's jumping on this, and yet, and again, Trump can't save you. And I mean this, you're watching Razorfist. Trump can't save you, and Giuliani can't save you. Even if everything, gets worked out, and he can still fail. That's the thing. That's the scary part. You need to go out there and start protesting. And here's the thing: there's another protest, another march in Washington D.C. December 12th, and excuse me. And there has to be more people going out there. There has to be a larger crowd to show that support. We have to go out there. In fact, hold on. Give me a second. There we go. There we go. Now you can all take a gander and laugh at me. If this was on Instagram, if this was on, I think if this was on Facebook, I'd be getting all those little, just laughing comments on the dang thing, and it's one of the other comments saying, crybaby soy boy, whatever, and it's that's another thing, too. I've been, airsoft, by the way, behind you. That's for decoration. That is for decoration. Come on. There. Alright. Everybody's calling me a crybaby. Everybody's calling the right crybabies. But the reason why we're fucking freaking out is because Joe Biden, and a lot of people didn't know this, was gonna commence a lockdown for 3 fucking months. 3 fucking months. Remember the first lockdown? Yeah, not so fun. And now we're gonna do it again because apparently now, and here's the funny fucking part, there's another rise of COVID. Oh my. I wonder why there's a new rise. And don't give me this bullshit because we've been doing the masks and the COVIDs and stuff. I wonder why there's a rise. Maybe it's because everybody was celebrating that Joe Biden won. Was it the fact that maybe it's because, and I mean this too in 2 different ways. That the people were coming out and celebrating, sharing bottles of wine and all this shit. But also the fact that maybe Joe Biden won. It's now letting people be like, all right, now let's initiate the lockdowns. Let's seize that power now. And a lot of people won't believe me when I say that, but look at it. Look at the coastal cities. I mean, coastal countries. Like Pennsylvania, New York. Cuomo being a fucking asshole to everybody. Demanding lockdowns in the synagogue. No, cancel Thanksgiving. Fuck you. We're not canceling Christmas either. We're canceling the lockdown. I want to put this as a hashtag. Cancel the lockdown. Defy your government. This is the time and the place to really defy your government. I'm sorry, but all these riots and shit like that were not necessary to begin with. When the time comes, yeah, this is the time and the place we need to stand up to the government. I mean, Cuomo, Murphy, Wolf, most of these Democratic governors are being complete assholes and authoritarians. I mean, look at the fucking West Coast in New York, L.A. Look at L.A. with Newsom. He fucking, telling everybody not to have Thanksgiving, and yet he's going out and having dinner, without a mask on. People, this is a scam. Sure, the COVID thing is real. The COVID thing is real. And this is the problem I have with this fucking COVID thing as well. But it's a scam. These people do not give a shit. It's rules for thee and none for me. They don't care. They don't give a shit about your fucking liberties. They don't give a shit about your freedoms. They want their power and they want it now. I mean, now look the way, go look that up of Andrew Cuomo, having his interview, and he's talking like a gangster. Excuse me, if you weren't being so rude or annoying, I would tell you, who the fuck are you, you fucking, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna be racist here for a moment, you guinea motherfucker. I'm sorry, but, you talk like a fucking mobster, you and your fucking, Fruit Loop of a brother, because I want to use the word that rhymes with Cuomo for you because it suits you. Because you both do not deserve any respect. And yes, I'm not. If this sounds like I'm gay bashing, no, I'm sorry, but the Cuomo brothers are a bunch of assholes, both of them. and I hope one of them gets chlamydia. And, you know, I'm sorry about this, but I'm really not sorry about this, but you get what you fucking deserve, you know, you fucking... And also, let's be honest about Cuomo, too. He's a fucking Nazi. He is a fucking anti-Semite guinea. Because he was just jumping on these motherfucking, you know, synagogues and stuff like that, the Jewish community who wanted to pray, and he wouldn't let them. So it's okay for BLM to tear down your, you know, half of New York. It's okay for people to party in the streets when the Democrat party system wins, you know, and the establishment wins. It's okay for that. It's okay to kill elderly people and drag them into the street and, you know, kill homeless people as well. Which, honestly, that one might be true, because you know what? In 2020, some things are just crazier. You know, it's getting crazy out there. So you know, why not? I'm not making any sense. Okay, so plus you have, you know, minus the Democratic leaders, you know. Where am I going with this? All right, Cuomo. You know, he's acting like an authoritarian, along with Governor Murphy, who's telling everybody, you know, another one who decided, hey, I'm gonna go out to dinner. I'm gonna go out to dinner without my mask on and eat. And he was caught and called out. Yet people don't want to fucking acknowledge that. People are like, well, I believe in the sign. Like, this is the fucking, like, herd mentality that pisses me the fuck off. The herd mentality pisses me off. When like, I know, like, I was talking to this one guy whose wife is a nurse, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, she was in the thick of it. She was in the thick of it, you know. I'm thinking to myself, were these people, like, not able to lie, or was this really a thick of this kind of situation? Like, because then you hear about the TikTok nurses who were, you know, dancing and making videos in empty, empty hospitals. Like, it makes no fucking sense. It's like, you know, and then everybody has to clamor on to the, we believe in science and water is clean and all this shit. Like that black sign you see with, like, all the shit that says on there. No human is, like, you know, I believe in science. See, I believe in science. No, I'm not a crazy conspiracy theorist. I'm not you know, some stupid head pan. No. Listen, I believe in science too, but I also believe in questioning science. Like, stop just blatantly just being like, well, if you know, if they didn't. Here's the thing. You know, people talk about how stupid religious people are, and yeah, some of them are a little bit overzealous. I would say overzealous and not stupid. You know, we're not allowed to question science. Why aren't we allowed to question science? Well, the science is settled. Guys, science is never settled. It never settles. It's like, it's like that father that abandoned you a long time ago when he had, you know, had sex with your mom, and you wouldn't settle, and he left, and he had to do something else. Science is never settled. I mean, look at our diets. I'm reading Sean Baker's book of the carnivore diet. It's never settled. I mean, like, the whole joke of, like, is milk good or bad for you? And I rest my case. Like, he makes that joke because nobody knows. And the truth is, milk is good for you, okay? Milk is good for you. Vitamin D milk is good for you. Fuck 1% and 2% and skim milk. Whole milk is the best. Whole milk. You know, and that's the fucking issue I have. That is the fucking issue I have with this. And it's like, you know, it's like, look, I get it. People are freaked out, but maybe there's a, you know, why can't we just do herd mentality? Why can't we just protect the vulnerable? Put them, like, if you want to stay home, if you're scared, stay home. You know, wear a mask. You know, take your shot, okay? Take the vaccine if you want. I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not. I refuse. I'm tired of this shit. And now you're going to lock down the gyms, and you're going to lock down everything else. You're going to force healthy people to be locked down. How about this? How about you don't put this lockdown in here? Because I'm going to talk about that in the next video, because I'm going to make this into 2 separate videos. So, might as well. Give me a second.